my commas. I'm on my dinero, trust me, you don't want no problems, man.
Up next, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry and connection. The unspoken bond that yields victory. Up next.
It's kinda listen to the G up sound. Playing good speakers bumping as I got the sound for
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With great and the last game of the season, Doris, for teams that may have fallen short of their goals, hopefully they have found now something to build upon.
I think you're absolutely right, Kevin. You always want to be able to find your core to build around. Understanding over the course of the season who we want to be here long term. How do we develop the talent that's already on our roster?
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Daniels. Baker out there with Champ. Then there's Scott. Pass to Baker. Pass to Champ. A step back shot here. And he connects with the jumper.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Rivers a screen on Scott. Washington passes to Rivers. Shot clock at 5. Here's Scott. Ross grabs the board. Rivers against Scott. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist from Ross.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here's Baker. He dishes it to Daniels. Ross grabs the board. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Passes it to Rivers. Now here's Ross. Tight defense on him. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Dishes it to Daniels. Great touch on the 16-footer.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Baker, no good. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And there's the pass to Ross. The 3. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Now, here's Washington. Coming off 31 points last game.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Washington against Scott. Pass to Daniels. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Washington passes to Smith. Back to Washington. Lets the 3 fly. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Pass to Scott. Down low. Kicks to Daniels. Pass to Baker. Daniels with it. A second chance effort. And the rebound goes to Martin.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Now, here's Washington. Smith wide open. He fires. That three off the mark. Scott against Ross. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Smith the pass to Washington. Off target from outside. Gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. The pass to Champ.
Old team foul. Washington. First personal foul. First team foul.
And they turn it over. Stepped in the line that time. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Here's Washington. Pass to Martin. Martin with the screen for Ross. Pass to Washington. No good from outside.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Baker passes to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the away team, number 13, 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
Team.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud, I want to hear it.
Some stats for Rivers. Coming off a terrific season. 2nd in blocks, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And as you said, just a notch below the leader in blocks last season, he gives a tremendous effort. Absolutely one of the best rim protectors in the league. Gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Passes to Martin. Martin with the screen for Smith. Now the pass to Ross. Pocket 6. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Ross has got 6 points.
Listen, everyone knows what kind of shooter this guy is. Just his presence on the floor creates space.
Baker passes to Scott. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Washington. Smith outside. Rivers sets the pick for Smith. And it's off from three-point range. And 36% in this first quarter trying to get their bearings. Daniels passes to Champ. A three-pointer is right on target. Champ's got his second bucket.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Rivers, a screen on Scott. Washington passes to Rivers. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Pass to Daniel. No good on the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now, here is Smith. He had 25 points last game. He on the clock. Washington, that's for 2. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field. Scott against Washington. Now, here's Scott. Guarded closer. Pass to Champ. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Stolen by Rivers. Left side, Martin. Yep, it counts.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Outside, Scott. Daniel from outside. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Ross kicks to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Rivers sets the pick for Washington. That one, no good.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Scott, the pass to Daniels. And the 3 off target.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Martin with the screen for Ross. Passes it to Washington. Good on the three-point shot. Washington's got 7.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Champ, the pass to Scott. Daniels with it. They set the pick. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He has 5.
Yeah, and he scuffled a bit out of the gates. 10 shot attempts, but that's just his second make of the game.
Now, here is Smith. He's covered by Daniels. The pass to Ross. Here's Rivers. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Pass to Daniels. Here's Champ. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. 8 points for Champ. Doing well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Pass to Martin. Now here's Ross. Martin with the screen for Ross. Passes it to Washington. Drills the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
On the wing, Daniels. Fires for three. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Leading by just 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
From the field, 44%, not bad. Baker out there with Champ. Then there's Scott. Then it's Daniels. Outside, Scott. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now, here is Smith. And the pass to Rivers. He kicks it to Martin. Doesn't go that time. Here's Champ. Outside, Scott. All sorts of time. Shots good by Champ. Champ's got 10.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Rivers. Scott pulls it in.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Doris, we're in the age of podcasts and social media, and we hear more than ever from the players, even right after games.
Kevin, I think that's probably the only danger, right, when emotions are running high. But I actually love the new age of league media. The reason being, the players can now be in charge of their own narrative. They have content, and they know how valuable that is.
And it's Washington missing. Washington's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here, shooting 40%. Pass to Champ from the arc. Rebound by Smith.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Washington kicks to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Martin attacking. He gets that one.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Daniels. Now Scott. Pass to Baker. And here's Daniels. A 3-ball. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got 4 rebounds in this game. There's the pass to Washington. There's a screen from past the arc. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Scott the pass to Baker. Fires it up. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Washington. Ross with it. Pass to Washington. Jacks up a three. Nailed from three-point land. Washington's got 16 points.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Baker passes to Scott. The dish to Daniels. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Now, I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Washington finds Martin for three. Ross. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Passes it to Baker. Shoots. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got his 6th rebound on the night. The pass to Washington. Now here is Smith. He's covered closely. Here's Martin. The rebound by Baker. Baker's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Pass to Ross. Here's Rivers. Pulls up. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. There's Baker. Last game he had 34 points. Pass to Champ. They set the pick for the 3. Rebound by Smith.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. On your screen now is the 2K leaderboard showing us the leaders in blocks in the second half of the NBA season. Gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Passes to Champ. Launches a 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
That's his 5th 3-pointer of the half. Filling it up.
There's the 3. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. And there's the pass to Washington. In the corner, Smith with it. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here is Daniels, covered by Smith. To the middle. Here's Champ. From outside, off the mark.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Ross. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Ross has got 8.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Outside, Scott. Shot from 12. Green for 2 points. He has 5. Gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Washington kicks to Ross. Pass to Martin. Over Baker. And it's Martin missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Daniels with it, covered by Smith. Now Daniels, 11 points in the game. Smith with the defensive effort. Ross dishes to Martin. Pass to Ross. Martin with the screen for Ross. Back to Martin. Scott pulls it in. Here's Champ, covered by Smith.
14 foul. Smith. Second personal foul, second team foul. At the line for the away team. 0. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Outside, Martin passes it to Ross. Martin with the screen for Ross. Oh, good on the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Scott. He's got 5. Shots good by Champ.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. There's the pass to Ross. Martin with the screen for Ross. Pass to Washington. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Washington's got 12 points now in the quarter. 59 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Baker with the bucket.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Scott against Washington. Inside, here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Scott. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Washington. Now, Ross. Martin with the screen for Ross. Launches it. The rebound by Baker. Baker's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Three-pointer, Daniels. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, how do you think the team performed defensively in that first half?
Well, they got to a good start, but then I thought we settled in and started playing a little bit more defense.
Got locked in as the game went on. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. And a bit of a gear switch here. Shaq, you are currently trending online right now. Fans are demanding you try your hand.
They've been letting loose from that perimeter. You know what I'm going to say? Attack the paint. Make the defense feel your presence.
If we know, and that's a halftime wrap, let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Being about 42% so far. We've got Rivers. Smith is out there with Washington. Then it's Martin. And it's Ross in at the power forwards position. So that's who Adrian Griffin starts with in the second half. They shoot again, and that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 9.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Washington against Scott. Washington passes to Rivers. In the corner, Smith with it. Back to Rivers. Smith finds Rivers. That's tipped. Tries again. It's good. Rivers has got 10.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Passes it to Daniels. There's the triple. Cranes the three-pointer. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Scott against Washington. And finished off by Rivers.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Baker. He dishes it to Scott. The pass to Daniels. He gets it in there. Daniels has got 5 points now this quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Pass to Rivers. Now, here's Washington. Pass to Martin. Fires the three. The rebound by Baker. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half. Developing a nice rhythm out there. From outside the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Washington against Scott. Now, here's Washington. Defense is right there. Rivers sets the pick for Smith from downtown. Can't hit that one.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
To the inside. Champ's shot is on. Being at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Martin kicks to Smith. Washington against Scott. For 3, Smith cranes it from beyond the arc. Smith's got 6.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Scott the pass to Baker. Over Martin. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Three-pointer, Martin. The shot misses. Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. There's Baker. Passes it to Champ. Back to Baker. Here's Daniels. Sinks the 15-footer. Daniels has got 7 points for the quarter. And so here's the home team. And here's Smith. He's got 6. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Now the pass to Champ. They double him with Rivers. Here's Baker. Pass to Daniel. The three-pointer, no good. Being a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. For 3, Ross knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 11.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Scott. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Scott's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's Martin. Here's Baker. Tries from 10. He squares up and sinks it.
Assisted by Baker.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
And it's Smith missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Daniels. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Rivers has got 6 rebounds in the game. Dishes to Ross. Here's Smith driving to the basket. 2 points. That one goes. Smith's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. The dish now to Daniels. Here's the screen. Here's Scott. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists tonight. Gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Pass to Washington. Smith surveying the D. Martin for 3. Scott pulls it in.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Shots good by Champ.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Now here is Smith. He's got 8. Daniels with it. Down low. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's now 23 points for Champ.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Washington against Scott. To halt the run. The offensive rebound. Smith kicks to Martin. Now here's Rivers. D right on him. Buries the long-range jumper. Washington's got 25 points.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Drops in the layup for 2.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Passes to Ross. Now here's Rivers. And here's Washington outside. And that one is off.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And the pass to Champ. Pocket 2. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Oh, great ball movement there.
At 46%, making some buckets. Smith outside. Martin finds Rivers. Rivers a screen on Scott. Outside Martin. Pocket 4. Ross for 3. Scott pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
1:46 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now, here's Washington. He's got 25. A nice shot by Rivers.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
On the wing, Scott. They set the pick. Tries from 7. That one good for 2. Scott's got 9 points.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Washington passes to Rivers. Smith for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Smith's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
On the wing, Daniels. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Rivers kicks to Washington. Smith dishes to Martin. Over Baker. That one rolling around and rims out.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Here is Daniels, covered by Martin. 1 second left, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They're up by 10. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a moment ago, inside the huddle.
You got to make the right play like you've been doing all night, all right? And they're going to try to help and tackle.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Champ. Scott is out there with Daniel. And it's Baker in at the small forward position. They get it again. Rivers kicks to Washington. Ross passes to Washington. 5 to shoot. Rivers sets the pick for Washington. Sinks the triple. Washington's got 28.
Yeah, in the first half, he was unstoppable from deep. Now, 2 more since the break.
Pass to Champ. Puts up a 3. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Washington. 3-pointer. Ross, that's good.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Scott the pass to Baker. This one for 3. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Smith kicks to Washington. Rivers sets the pick for Washington. And there's the drive. And then Washington with the dunk.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Champ. And that time, also a missed shot.
Well, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Smith the pass to Ross. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. On the wing, Daniels. They set the screen. Ross grabs the board. Ross has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Outside, Martin. Rivers in the corner. To tie it up. The rebound by Champ.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
Here's Scott. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. We've seen Champ really having a great game.
You've got to take a timeout, take a breath, and come up with a plan for how to stop this guy.
with an update from the sidelines. Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks, was able to listen in on Adrian Griffin's huddle with his team. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Thank you, David. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. To the paint. Here's Rivers. And then Rivers with the dunk.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Scott against Washington. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
At the line for one.
That's good from Scott. And the home team has possession. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Washington for 3. The rebound by Baker. Baker's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Here's Baker. The pass to Champ. Puts one up from 19. A rebound by Washington. Here's Martin. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Outside, Scott. Shoots the 3. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Washington's got 8 here in the quarter.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
They double him with Rivers. Over to the left wing. Baker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here's Washington. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. They double him with Rivers. And the layup falls. 20 points for him.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Now, here's Washington. Here's Scott. And it ends up out of bounds. Gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Smith outside, beyond the arc, and it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Here's Champ, and the 3 ball is good. Champ's got 28.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Scott against Washington. Rivers a screen on Scott. Washington passes to Rivers. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to get better defensively.
Baker with the bucket.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
Smith the pass to Ross. From deep Washington. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got two guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Up again, great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Smith outside. Washington kicks to Ross. 5 on the clock. Drops in the tray. Ross has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Champ, covered by Martin. Here's Champ, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Champ's got 31.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Washington against Scott. Washington kicks to Martin. Lets a floater go. That one falls.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
To the middle. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's Ross. No good with the layup. Being at 51%. Really solid. Dishes it to Scott. Pass to Baker. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Ross. 1:32 left to play here in the fourth. Passes it to Martin. Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range. Martin's got 7 now in this quarter. Here is Daniels, covered by Smith. With some arc and a hand on it. Now, here's Washington. He's guarded closely. Outside, Martin. Now here's Ross. Here's Washington. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Good.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Craziest fans get a free t-shirt. Let's hear it for them.
The pass to Rivers.
Timeout, timeout.
Pass to Washington. Throws it up high. Money!
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here is Daniels. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Smith with the defensive effort. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
7-second difference, shot and game clock to take the lead. The shot off that time. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yes. Third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for the away team. 0 at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Guys, what's your take?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Ross kicks to Martin. From deep. The rebound by Champ. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
0. Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. Martin for 3. Buries it from outside. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a